Bring you that breaking news. NBC News confirming that President Biden has formally approved plans to send U.S. troops to Eastern Europe in response to the Russian threat to Ukraine. I want to bring in NBC's chief White House correspondent, Peter Alexander, and bring back former U.S. ambassador to Ukraine, Bill Taylor. Peter, what do you know?
I think this announcement will be formalized in the next 45 minutes or so when we hear from John Kirby, the spokesperson at the Department of Defense. But NBC News has now confirmed that at the president's direction and following the recommendation of the defense secretary, Secretary Austin, the U.S. will be repositioning some forces already in Europe into Eastern Europe and then mobilizing some American troops from here in the U.S. into Europe right now. Here are the specific numbers, and I'm told this by a senior administration official just during this commercial break, that 1,000 American service members already in Europe right now will be repositioned to Romania. 2,000 American troops presently in the United States who had been put on a heightened state of alert will be sent overseas to Poland and Germany. In both of those situations, those troops will be joining other American forces in those countries right now. Here's the official statement that we received just moments ago, and because we're just learning this information, I want to share it with you. The most important takeaway here is that no American troops will be going to Ukraine. Ukraine is not a member of NATO. They're not a U.S. NATO ally, so the U.S. will not be going there. But the statement reads as follows. It says, at the president's direction and following Secretary Austin's recommendation, the Department of Defense will reposition certain Europe-based units further east, forward deploy additional U.S.-based units to Europe, and maintain the heightened state of readiness of response forces to meet these commitments. It adds, these forces are not going to fight in Ukraine. They are not permanent moves. They respond to current conditions. So again, Stephanie, the breaking news right now is that President Biden has now formally approved American troops to move into Eastern Europe, given the circumstances right now as it relates to the standoff between Russia, the U.S., and the U.S. over Ukraine. It's a total of 3,000 American troops at this time. Just a matter of days ago, the president had said he would need to do this in the near term, to do it soon, because he said if they waited, it would take too long to put those forces into position to help our allies in that region, America's allies in that region. Steph?
This is 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 1, and it reads, Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with clothes of sack and hair. Beware your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kodash. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, the word ignorantly calls God. And his name in the Hebrew means he exists. And Yahushua's name is only begotten Son, who the word ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And his name in the Hebrew means he delivers. By Shemesh in the name, Kodash is the Holy Spirit. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing to the sincere arguments pushed forward in the truth throughout the four corners of the earth. I want to say shalom to you brothers to keep pushing. And a double shalom to the Israelites that look like the other nations. And sincere agwathium. I want to say shalom to you brothers and sisters as well. My name is Dawada from GMS Lines of St. Louis Camp. And I'll come back at it with another video. And from what you just seen was a video of Biden sending troops to Eastern Europe. All right. And guess what? This is a World War III update. Because from what you people don't realize, World War III is prophesied in the Bible. All right. Battle of Armageddon. And otherwise known as the Battle of Jehoshaphat, which that's translated to Yahweh Shaphat, which means Yahweh's judgment. All right. And hey, this is good news for the elect, for the men of the Lord. You know, Lord, when I'm chosen. Because the faster this kingdom falls, the faster our kingdom is established. You know, because the world is being run by the so-called white man, the Edomite, according to the Bible. And guess what? His destruction is at hand. And that's good news, because we about to get ready and come into power. So this shit that you got to deal with on a day-to-day basis, or going to work and catching hell from your woman, or not having a woman, getting pulled over by cops, GMO foods, GMO air. Well, I should say poison in the air, poison in the water. All right, it's all about to be a thing of the past. Hey, and Barak tell you how about Shemal Shah, that the Lord is bringing these plagues so we can finally be at rest, because we not at rest now. We catching hell. All right, so let's keep reading. A sword is sent among you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? Right. So that sword represents death. All right, plagues. Now the sword can come in the form of gunfire, come in the form of biological warfare, psychological warfare. Because that's what this captivity is nowadays. It's a psychological warfare. And somebody that's attacking you and you don't even know it. All right. Verse 6. May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may one quench the fire in the stubble when it had began to burn? May one turn again an arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? Right. So the Lord is sending these plagues. The Lord is stirring up Magog, because Gog and Magog. For you people that don't know, Magog represents Russia. That's the ancient city where Japhet dwelt. But now you got these Russians, which are Edomites, that's dwelling in their land now, if you can receive that. So yeah, they all going to war with the whore, this beast system. Hey, and all praises, because the Lord is going to use you Edomites to destroy you Edomites, because he gave y'all the technology to make these missiles. All right, and he gonna blow y'all asses to smithereens. Verse 9. A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? The earth quaketh, the foundations thereof. The sea arises with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled. The fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power. For strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Right, so what are the Lord's arrows? It's those missiles. And when you look at a missile, hey, it's shaped like an arrow. All right, so let's look up the missiles. All right, so when you look at a missile, it looks like an arrow. Same dynamic. Just type in an ancient arrow, just a regular arrow. Type in archer. Yep, so it's the same dynamic. Right? And you can't shoot a wooden arrow from one end of the earth to the other. That's impossible. So this talking about the Lord's arrows, it's the missiles. Because the Lord put that in you, Edomite spirit, to create. Verse 15. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Yeah, and that fire was kindled now. All right. And you literally have fires that was going on. Like all these California wildfires that was burning all you Edomites property last year and the year before that. Right? But this talking about actual spiritual fire, which we know that it's going to be on fire eventually. All right. But as of right now, the hell that's coming, with this whole pandemic that's going on right now. Verse 17, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Salakia, skip verse 16. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Right, so once these nuclear missiles are shot, that's it. If you're standing on the shores of America, if you're not a part of the elect, your ass is missile food. And it's scary. Yeah, you don't think that the men of the Lord ain't afraid a little bit? Like, yeah, sure, we believe in our God, and we have faith that He gonna deliver us, but there's still that uneasiness because the Lord is putting us in the fire. All right, so He trying us. So this is the time for you to exercise your faith, because anything that you got going on as of right now, it doesn't mean anything. All right, because your job don't matter, your woman don't matter if she's not a part of the elect. Kids don't matter. The only thing that matters is your faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and which we know that the faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua can save all of them, including yourself. But you got to be prepared to lose it all. You see, because that's what's really gonna matter. Is you having faith, because whatever it is that we're going through now is preparing us for the hour of temptation, preparing us for these things that's about to get ready to happen, because we're about to see some gruesome things. All right, about to see people with their heads split open in the streets. Gonna see a group of men having a way with a woman that you knew in the world. All right, all that. Verse 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges, right? And that's talking about 2/3 of the nation of Israel. So even after all this that's going on, we telling these people out here about the plagues that's being sent. They have no fear at all. They think that everything is about to go back to normal, but it's not. It's getting worse by the day. All right. Now we enter into the new year 2022, and the Apostle Tahar deemed this the year to turn up, and the Most High is turning it up. All right. Most High is turning things up, turning up the heat. And Barakatah Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It says, for many of them, it's like I'm always skipping verses. Verse 21, behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon the earth, that they shall think to themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. Yeah. So if you don't die from the famine, the sword gonna get you. See? And let's skip down to verse 31. Even so in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword, and the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough. The virgins shall mourn having no bridegrooms, the women shall mourn having no husbands, their daughters shall mourn having no helpers. In the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of the famine. Yeah. So a lot of these men about to get ready to be shipped over here, well, over there to fight in World War III. And shit, I'll be damned if I go. I'll be like Muhammad Ali in those days. I ain't going. Yeah, you can lock me up if you want to. Shit, that's not my war. That's between y'all. All right. Now, the Lord is going to raise up men of the Lord with spiritual power. So, hey, we're not going to fight on your side, so we're going to fight against you. Because we already have a commander-in-chief. And that's Yahweh Shemel Shah. Let's go ahead to Isaiah 13:1. And it reads, "The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones from my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustered the hosts of the battle." Yeah, that's what he's doing. So he mustering up. Like muster means to conjure, means to gather, take tally. You know, when I was in the military, you had to be ready for muster. All right. So yeah, that's what the Lord is doing. So he gathering all these troops and for the final showdown. All right, man, shit, I can't wait. And the Elder Kazak been talking about spiritual power. And yeah, he right. We got to pray for spiritual power, because we're going to need it. We're going to be going up against all type of, military dogs, in which that's just only icing on the cake, the video of the military dog. They got military dogs is way better than that, way more high tech. Got guns on them and all that. They can bite you, rip you to shreds. A regular dog will rip you to shreds. Well, what about a damn robot dog? All right. Got the martial law troops. You know, they're gonna be geared up. They're gonna have jetpacks and armor like Iron Man. Be able to see through walls and stuff and heat vision. Yeah, we're gonna have to have spiritual power. You know? And we're gonna have to fight these bastards. So you gotta get your mind prepared. Says, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land, right? And that's talking about the nuclear missiles. All right. How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as the destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Right. So every man's heart shall melt. You know that feeling when you get scared? Your heart feel like a drop in your stomach. You know? That's how it's going to be. And they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh both cruel with wrath and fierce anger to lay the land desolate. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Right, so that's what the Lord is doing. You know, he destroying you natural Gentile nations and the spiritual Gentiles amongst the nation of Israel. You're going to destroy y'all too, because the Israelites are the only ones that can sin because they receive the law. All right? Because our people take pride in breaking the law because they don't want the responsibility of it. But nah, you still responsible for that because that's the agreement that you made. Now, if you want to get out of that agreement, hey, too bad. All right? You can go to the so-called white man and join his military and all that and pretend that we don't exist. And hey, shit, good luck to you. But we know it's already written what your end gonna be. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man in the golden wedge of Ophir, right, the elect man. Hey, because all you Pookies and Ray Rays and real niggas and Bloods, Crips, Latin Kings, street niggas, you name it, y'all gonna die horrible deaths. Hey, and some of y'all gonna die by the hands of the men of the Lord. All right? Because, hey, we didn't forget what y'all did to us when we was in the world. All right? And shit, even in the truth, we still have encounters with you niggas every now and then. You know? So, yeah. So, we gonna get revenge on all you bastards that's out there that did us wrong. And yeah, including you women. So, yeah, we are gonna bright burn bitches. You know? If you don't like what I'm saying, get off my video. Yeah, you women gonna get it too. If you're not a part of the elect. If you're doing what you're doing, then, hey, that don't apply to you. But, yeah. We are gonna bright burn bitches and bitch niggas. You damn right. There's a lot of you women that did us worse than niggas in the world. So, you already know what's gonna happen to y'all. Because a woman know where to hit you where it hurt. So, you know she gonna have to pay. WW3 For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh's Shaphat, Yahweh's judgment, and will plead with them there for my people, for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land, and have cast lots of my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. All right. So, yeah, that's what the Lord is doing now. And start at verse 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare for war. Wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I'm strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit and judge all the heathen round about. Right? So that's what the Lord is doing now. He's about to judge all you heathen. Every single last one of you heathen. All right? He's about to get judged. I think, Isaiah 44. Isaiah 42, and I'm going to start at 13. And it reads, the Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. Yeah, that's what he's doing now. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. All right, so that's what the Lord said he was going to do. Because the Lord been holding his peace. You know, he let you Edomites and you other nations have your way with us. And he held his peace. You know, let you lock us up and all that. But now he going to cry like a travailing woman. All right. And the Lord is gonna mess you people up, especially you Edomites. You know, and that's in this, the spirit of the Lord is in. That's the spirit that we got to be in, because it's not time yet. Because the Lord is gonna turn us into hunters, but right now we still fishing. You know, so hey, brothers, wait. You got to be patient. So hey, we'll get our chance. And so with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. By Shemi Awashai, by Shemi Kakorash. Hope that was edifying, and I want to say shalom.